What's up guys, and welcome to the World Network game. We've taken control of Lynx FC. As you can see, they hire FM Campbell as manager. This is an online series. I'm doing it along with the likes of CompletelyChaz FM, FoxInTheBox FM and JustAnotherGuyHD. So let's quickly go and have a look straight into the teams that we've taken control of. So obviously we're Lynx FC, as I mentioned, so there's our logo and our kit. These are completely renamed and remade teams. And then we have JustAnotherGuyHD, who is the Jaguars. As we'll just get them up now. Here you go. So the Jaguars, we're playing on the animal theme. So there's his logo and his kit. Then we go back and we're going to go to the Penguins, which is CompletelyChaz FM. Again, the kit and logo. And then we have the one and only FoxInTheBox, who is taking control of the Foxes. And again, there is his kit and logo. So we're going to go with a personal message, and we're going to quickly go through the meeting with our board to welcome us to the club. So if we go through this information nice and quickly. So yep, let's get this meeting underway. Let's go ahead. No, it's fine. Let's keep going. Play possession football. Develop playing using the club's youth system. That's okay. Right, we're actually doing this live directly in front of you. So the other guys are playing online right now, as you can see in the top right hand corner. So that's going to conclude our meeting. Straight into the staff. So Taylor Whitby is currently our assistant manager. We'll probably review him. We've got Patrick, Andrew, Wayne Pryor. I think we'll mutual terminate him. Yeah, I'm not too. Then we've got the head physio. His physiotherapy is not that great. I think we'll mutual terminate him as well. Scott Simmons is gone. Then we have Ray Kitteridge. I think we'll keep him for now, just for a scout. Just for the numbers. Obviously, that's all the staff that we have. So as you can see, we're going to need to hire some new staff. Then we've got the budgets. We have nice, hefty budget. And the reason for that is we have a complete blank canvas. We have no players and no staff. So we'll get the tactics set up in front of you guys now. Most of the time, we'll play like a 4-1-2-2-1 or a fake 4-3-3, as I've called it in other series. I'll also be playing a 4-2-3-1 if we want to go attacking, or if we want to go really, really holding and defensive. It'll be a 4-4-2 deep with two defensive midfielders, especially if we want to try and hold on to that win. So we continue on. So this is the basic setup. So we're in the Football World League Division 2, as you can see. There are other leagues. So you've got Division 3 below us and Division 1 above us. And then you have the Premier League. Now we're in the 4th tier. So what that means, if I bring up the rules, what that means is it's actually a race between the four of us to finish top of the Premier League. If we take a look at the rules now, so that's all the finances with the prize money for each position. Doesn't seem to be any rules on the loans at all. This is a basic setup where all of the best teams around the world are put in the top tier, then the next best teams in the next tier down, and then the next tier down, and so on and so forth. We're obviously in Division 2, so the 3rd tier, and it's a race between the four of us to get up and to win the Premier League. So it's going to be very, very interesting. We've all got to build squads and everything. So we'll look at the training. Team cohesion, always vital for me at the beginning, and match tactics, obviously. Getting that familiarity up with the match tactics. I'm going to do slightly more... I'll probably keep it down the middle roughly for now, maybe slightly to the edge. We'll probably adjust that in the near future anyway. But yeah, it's very, very vital in my opinion to get the team bonding, especially as every single player that we have come to the club will be new. I'm not too sure how that's going to affect financial fair play, so we'll have to wait and see going forward. So we might have to be a little bit careful with money as we spend. I'm also not really too sure about what type of players will actually be willing to join the club. So yeah, let's look at the schedule. So we actually play CompletelyChaz FM against the Penguins relatively soon. So that could be interesting. And we go to the end and we have a game on the last day against the Jaguars. So that will be interesting. Raul Preto, he is going to be our assistant manager. I have just decided. He's much better than the current one that we've got. So let's play a little fiddle around with contracts. That's what most of this episode will be. Us playing with contracts. As you can see, Borbafilio, a scout. I won't go into too much detail with regards to the staff. I'm sure I'll cover it in an episode in the near future. But we'll just get through a couple of these staff members that I want to get in, especially scouts at the beginning, as we're going to be approaching players on the regular. We move on And a free agent that I've signed in previous saves that I do really like, Mosquito. I have knowledge of him myself. I've used him in previous saves, including the current Aston Villa save that I have currently going on at the minute. And yeah, for a free agent, he's really young. He's got bags of potential. I'm just sort of fiddling around with his contract, and hopefully we can get nice and cheap, and we have, so that's good news. So this is the transfer list, and Francis Coquelin is the most realistic and most expensive transfer. Whether we go for him, I'm not too sure. We might come back to that soon. Another free agent I love, and probably and potentially the captain of the club, especially if we can keep him fit, Lucio. So I think we'll go for him. We'll offer him a contract, and it'll be nice and relatively cheap. So there we go. Let's get that confirmed and out the way. And you know what? I think we'll go for Coquelin. We'll make an offer. We'll consider him, and then if we... Oh, actually, Jaguars have made a little cheeky bid themselves. So they've gone straight in as well. So JustAnotherGuyHD has made a bid for Coquelin. I'm not 100% sure on him. We'll see what type of wages he wants first, and then we'll make a decision on whether we want to go with him or not. There's a couple of people that are interested in loans as well. So we'll see what happens. Matt Lowton. Again, I used him in my Aston Villa save, so I am familiar with him. Oh, and JustAnotherGuyHD and the FoxInTheBox FM have both made bids on him. Shall I go for Matt Lowton? The thing is, I don't know if I can find any better. That's the problem. So I think we'll match their bids. Jaguars, Just Another Guy has gone for a loan, so that will be cancelled with FoxInTheBox's bid. So we'll match that as well. Saviola. Again, another player I've used in my Aston Villa save. I'm very familiar with him, and he has scored bags of goals. I say bags of goals. He's got on the score sheet on the regular for me. So let's have a fiddle and see if we can get a half decent price for him. I know he will be cheap, so let's just keep undoing it and schedule. So there we go. Not too bad at all. Jack Butland, a nice young English goalkeeper. I don't think there's too much of the worry on homegrown players. Obviously, this is a World Network game. So I think we'll try and get Jack Butland. Even if we have him as a second choice to start off with, it's probably going to be one of my most expensive transfers. Although we may go to look for some sort of key centre midfielders. I need a key striker. I think that's going to be huge for us. So that's Jack Butland offer confirmed. They have accepted that. So we'll make that offer, and we'll see what happens. Sebastian Bassong. Now, obviously, he's at Norwich, so he's going to be he should be relatively cheap. So I think that's probably about right to start off with the bidding. So yeah, if we can get players like Sebastian Bassong, these are the teams that we've got to be concerned about. Teams that are currently in the Championship that have great players, and so on and so forth. Sergio Romero, I'm a little bit worried about his wages, but I'm guessing you'll probably be able to get him relatively cheap. So let's just have a fiddle with an offer and see what they come up with. I think that's probably, like I said, this is live in front of you guys, so. But you have to bear with me for a little bit of it. I am going to be doing fiddling with offers. I'm trying to be careful with my money. So we had Coquelin bid has been accepted. So let's go ahead and sort this contract out. This could be a little bit fiddly. What should we do? I don't really want to pay that much at all. So if we put that up a bit, I want to remove that. Yeah. Sell on fee percentage. I think we'll suggest that. Right, okay, so he's come back with a counter. Again, I don't want that, so I'll give you a little bit extra. The thing is, you're going to have to offer him half decent money because the other guys are obviously going for him. At the minute, was it FoxInTheBox that's going for him? So he's accepted that, so we'll confirm that offer and we'll see. I'm not too sure about Coquelin at the minute. Moving on, the Matt Lowton bid has been accepted as well, as has Saviola's. So we'll do Saviola's quickly first because it is a player I'd rather get instead of Matt Lowton. So we'll get this done. Obviously he's older. He's still got great stats, but he's a little bit older. So let's see if he offers. So he's come out of a counter. I don't really want to pay him for that long, to be honest. But it depends if someone's going to buy him in the future. So we'll just confirm it. Like I said, it's just very much a matter of, at the moment, of just trying to get players in. There's a Butland offer accepted. So, what else have we got? Bassong is accepted as well, so we'll do that. The thing is, I don't really know how careful I need to be with this money. I don't know. I mean, am I going to have to go for a player? How realistic are these players going to be when I'm signing them? So that's Basson confirmed nice and quickly. Sergio Romero, wow, that's a lot of money. We'll view the offer. As a key player as well, and I think there's better goalkeepers out there. So we'll what should we do? I'm not too sure what to do about Romero. I think we'll walk away. I think that's a little bit too much money. I know he likes a lot of money in the game as well, in a normal game. Yeah, I think, yeah. Matt Lowton, let's go back to that contract offer. It's still quite a lot of money for Matt Lowton. Well, I think we'll see what we can do. The other guys are going to be going for these as well. I just think you're gonna need to be paying a lot of money, especially as the other guys are going to be. It all depends on what they're offering, really. So we suggest that. No, it's coming back. Let's remove it. Put that back up again a little bit. God, he's picky, isn't he? It's only Matt Lowton. Jesus. Right, well, he's confirmed that anyway, so let's just see. I do think I'll be able to find a better player than that. Jack Butland, let's get his contract sorted. I think he'll definitely probably be our backup goalkeeper because he has got great potential. But I don't know, I just think I can find someone a little bit better. I don't mind getting an old goalkeeper in if that's the case, because it'll probably only be, a season or two, and Jack Butland could probably start creeping into the first team. But I'll be quite keen to get him playing as much as possible. So Jaguars have made the Lowton bid, as we know, and their offer has been accepted, so they will be also offering him a contract. Everton, someone that I was thinking about at left back. I saw him on the transfer list. So we'll make him a small offer to start off with and see what they come back with. He's not really someone that I'm too familiar with, but I really, really struggle with left back on this game. Left back is and wing is in the first season, so we'll definitely be having a look at loans for younger players, I think, and see what happens. So let's bring these down. Going through the contract now with Everton. They've come back to us. So let's fiddle with this contract. We're suggesting the terms. Yep, so we've confirmed that. We'll see what happens with Everton. I'm not 100% sure. So we're going to meet the media. So let's quickly get through the questions with the media. Introduce ourselves to the world and to the World Network game. Obviously, the other guys will be doing the same as well. Unfortunately, I don't think the subscription thing is set up. So, right, we have an offer accepted for Matthias Zimmerman. I am going to be doing it in this sort of system where I'm just getting the contracts done in front of you. I don't want to be sort of making the offer, getting the offer accepted, and then going through contracts with every single player. So I don't want to give away too much, obviously, to the other guys as well. So at the minute we've got Ezequiel Munoz coming through that we're trying to make an offer for. I'm on 50-50 about him. I think we'll probably try and get him in, especially if the other guys don't go for him. But my concern is sometimes he's one or the other. He can either be really good or really poor, I've found. So we'll see what happens. It's hard to judge in this league. Penguins have actually made a cheeky little bid themselves by the looks of it on the right hand side. So we'll continue that anyway. Guillermo Bardiso, this guy always looks good on paper and he's always relatively cheap. So let's see if we can get him for like sort of $1 million, 500 and 500 over 48 months. And they've accepted that straight away. So we'll see what happens with him. I'm 50-50 on him. Humam Tariq, the Ukrainian Messi, as I like to call him. I'm guessing work permits won't be a struggle anymore. So hopefully we can get him in early doors and just sort of go for it. Jeffrey Brumer, I've played an online save with this guy before. Well, my friend was playing with him and he performed really, really well for him. So let's see if we can get him nice and cheap. So they are countering the offer at the minute. So let's keep undoing that and adjusting the bid. And they've accepted that for Jeffrey Brumer. So a nice another centre-back. So we've got Munoz, Lucio and potentially Jeffrey Brumer coming in. So we'll sort out the Munoz contract to start off with. As I said, this is literally the start, is to get the players before the other guys get the players. I'm sure there'll be some players where we'll be sort of outbidding each other and contracts will come into play of who can get the most money. The reputation of each club is exactly the same. Our wage budget is exactly the same as well, and our transfer budget. So Guillermo Burdisso, let's play around with his contract. So it'll be Burdisso, Lucio, Munoz, and Jeffrey Brumer. Currently it'll be our 4 centre-backs. Unless I can find someone a little bit better. These are just guys that I often go to in my saves, or that I know that they're cheap. So let's get them in. The Brumer contract, let's get that confirmed as well. It's going to be really, really interesting to see what type of players that we all prefer. Obviously, some of the players that I like to go for, you may have seen in previous saves. But it's just all about the realism, how realistic it is that we can actually approach them. So, Brumer, let's get that confirmed and he's accepted. Sergi Samper, I think we'll try and make a cheeky loan offer on him from Barcelona. Good player in the defensive midfield. There's a couple of teams that have made... that want him, so that's... No, they don't want any money or any wages, and yeah, that's cheeky. Adamar Traore, 0 wages, 0 budget, monthly fee. So let's see if they'll do it with Munir, or a little bit cheaper with Munir anyway. And they have, so they're nice and cheap with Munir. Jordan Rhodes, now just another guy in the Fox and the Box have both gone in for him. Now that's probably predictable. Jordan Rhodes is just that guy. So yeah, we'll see what happens with him. We're going to confirm our assistant manager. So Raul Pareto is going to be our assistant manager. And the first signing has come in. The Foxes have signed Tete from Norwich. By the looks of it, Norwich could be a team that's kind of raided. I've gone for Basong. I'm guessing they're 2 English wingers. People will be going for if they're realistic to go for. But Tete has joined. And we've got loans at trials galore at the minute for Jaguars. And then the Foxes have also confirmed another signing in Callum McManaman. He's now joined. Penguins have signed Herrera. That's Miguel Angel Herrera, not the Man United Herrera. So yeah, he looks to be a good player. And they've also signed Gunnarsson. So CompletelyChaz is going in. And Jaguars, shock, have made another trial. Nicholas Stark. This guy I've always liked. He's got bags and bags of potential. Ideally, I'd like to get a defensive midfielder ahead of him. But this guy's got so much potential. And if we can get him relatively cheap, I'll be absolutely over the moon. So let's see what they do when they come back with. So it's actually not too bad, some of the prices. And they've confirmed that and they've accepted that. So we'll go for Nicholas Stark. Jaguars have signed Kayamov. I'm not sure I've ever heard of him, but he's not too bad actually. 22 years old. Good little free agent. So here's the contract offer on Nicholas Stark. If we can get this through the door, I'll be absolutely over the moon. There hasn't been a big name signing come in as of yet. Probably the biggest being Callum McManaman. Tete obviously at Norwich. Both gone to Fox in the Box, so he's going in early. He's getting his players in early. He's obviously nice early doors, got a listing. So that's Nicholas Stark confirmed. And Sebastian Basong is going to be our first signing for Norwich. So 2 big names from Norwich are leaving and joining either one of us. So we're going to confirm the Basong deal. And yeah, first signing, boys, over the line. Gina Murray has gone to the Penguins. Doesn't look like too bad of a player at all. And another trial for the Jaguars. The Morales has gone to... Fernando Morales has gone to Jaguars. So, and Raver as well. So we've got trials galore going on at the Jaguars. He's obviously trying to get some scouting done. And so is Sisic. He's also joined on trial. He's going to be calling the... Oh, actually they made of signing another one. So Dedrick Beato's come from Man City. And they've also signed Jefferson as well. And another trial... Buazan. I can't even pronounce that. He should have called himself Trial FC. ViyqEW. Now. Oh, what? None of our other guys have gone through him. I thought ViyqEW would have been one of the first players to be leaving. So we've made a little bid and had it accepted. Although I'm guessing big clubs. Oh, and Domenico Berardi has signed for the Penguins. So the biggest signing so far. And the Foxes have also confirmed Daniel Ayala from Middlesbrough. He's a great centre-back. But Domenico Berardi has joined the Penguins. So these are the players that you just forget. This is the thing. I'll have players coming through the door. It's another trial for Jaguars. Players will be coming through the door, and I'll have forgotten to go through them. And there's another one. Stephen Davis from Southampton has gone to the Foxes. The Foxes have done loads of work so far. Miguel, done deal to the Jaguars. So yeah, like I was saying, there'll be loads of players that will be coming through that those guys have bought, and I thought, completely forgot about you. Jaguars have signed Savic, Esteban Savic. He's joined them, and they've also signed Catamol. And that's actually not too bad of a buy, you know. He's quite improved on this Football Manager. He's got great mental attributes, so that could be a little cheeky one. So it could be some great work done by the Jaguars and JustAnotherGuyHD. Not too bad. Casio has joined Penguins. As you see, my friend comes online. And done deal Chikuai, Yassine Chikuai, has joined FoxInTheBox. I like Cedric. I like him. He seems to be a little bit better on this save rather than others. So his physicals are normally quite poor. Oh my God, Lacazette has joined the Penguins. Why did I not think of Lacazette? So that's Domenico Berardi and Lacazette now that they both have what that he has up top. So he's got two real great choices, and if he ever decided to sell him, he could. Oh, blast from the past. Jimmy Traore has joined the Jaguars on trial to join all the other trialists. Fernando Gago. This could be the guy that plays ahead of Nicholas Stark. Often very, very cheap. So let's see. And he is very, very cheap. So we'll confirm that and we'll see what happens. Penguins have signed Werner. Tobias Werner has also joined the Penguins and CompletelyChaz FM. And Jaguars have made another signing. They've signed Fabiano. I was going to say Fabinho. So Cedric contract. Let's get this over the line. I'll be very pleased if I can get Cedric. Like left back, I find right back can be quite tough as well. We've got Matthias Zimmerman hopefully coming in at right back, and Cedric would be our first choice. But this is the thing. It might be unrealistic. Well, this will be realistic, but we might find someone that better. Sean St. Ledger has gone to the Jaguars on trial, who was rumoured to be going out to Taylor Swift, which I'm annoyed about. Now, if I could get Sami Khedira, it would be absolutely amazing. I wonder how much he'd cost. Obviously, he's out of contract at the end of the season. So they'll probably accept a bid, but I don't think they will. Well, I don't think he will probably speak to me, because I mean they're two divisions above now. That's what you got to think about. So the realism goes out the window in a way. That's why a lot of the values that you're seeing are probably a little bit higher than normal or lower than normal, because they may be in a higher or lower tier in this World Network game. But they are negotiating with us, Real Madrid. So let's just have a fiddle if we can do anything over 48 months, because I am really keen to be careful with money. But I'm shocked that they're negotiating. Well, no, I'm not shocked, but we'll see what happens. So the Fernando Gago contract deal. So the bid has been accepted, as we know. So we're going to play with the contract and see if we can get him at least a decent amount. I don't want to be running the finances too much, to see what he comes back with. And he's come back with a counter offer. All the clauses galore. So let's remove and exclude them so he shuts up and stops bringing them up. So let's offer him that. So it's just the initial wage that he's a little bit hesitant about. And Khedira will speak to us. He wants to speak to us before. So it just doesn't interest him. I was kind of expecting a little bit gutted. Imagine that. I could picture the other guys' faces. I could picture FoxInTheBox face when he's sat there with Tete in DM. And then all of a sudden, Khedira walks over the line to the antiperspirant arena. Saviola set to sign, so we're confirming our first striker on Saviola. Abdullah Faye has gone to Jaguars on trial. Falanda has completed the move to Jaguars, so Jaguars are getting quite a few players in, although most of them are trialists. #TrialFC. But yeah, so that's over the line for him as well. And another one. I like this guy, Doran Rotario. He's got great potential, and he's always normally very, very cheap. So if we get Doran Rotario, I would be absolutely over the moon. Great potential. Normally the second or third season he really comes into his own. So let's see if we can get him relatively cheap. I'll be absolutely chuffed to bits if I get Doran Rotario. Thing is, he's versatile as well. He can play left or right or down the middle. Although we won't be playing a number 10 too much, but I may get players in that position just to cover, in case we ever go to the 4-2-3-1. It'll be interesting to see what the other tactics the other guys do. So let's get this Doran Rotario contract sorted out. Obviously, it's not too expensive of a transfer. Could this be a shock buy? It could be our best buy so far. He's confirmed it. Oh no! That went quick. Jaguars have signed Jordan Rhodes, so they're continuing their signing spree. He's getting loads of players over the line early doors. Jordan Rhodes, I don't know why I just didn't go for him, but we are confirming Jeffrey Bremer at centre back. But yeah, Jordan Rhodes has officially signed, so he's obviously beaten, I think it was FoxInTheBox. And they've also signed Jermaine Jones, the American, shone really well, really brightly in the World Cup, so that could be a cheeky buy for him. So we've got the Humam Tariq deal, the contract. Let's get that tied up nice and early. I am trying to buy nice and young. I'm thinking about the future, although I do want to get some big world beaters if I can. At least 2 or 3 world beaters into the team. Michael Dawson has joined the Jaguars, the centre-back, and Quensa has joined the Jaguars on trial. He has gone to town with these trialists. And they've also signed Jason Punchin. So we're going to continue and see what else happens. So like I said, Punchin has joined the Jaguars. Marcus Alonso, he'd be a cheeky left-back to sign on loan. I don't think I'll go for him full time, but left back's a tough position. So just over the first season, it'll be quite good to get him on loan. Nustata has joined the Penguins, and we've got Zimmerman. So we've got our backup right back, trusting that Cedric does sign for us. And Yannick Balassi has gone to Fox-in-the-Box. That's not too bad of a signer, actually. And also Clavan has gone as well. A relatively big centre back. Bilal Al-Cheek, another youngster, very versatile. I wonder if any of the other guys are going to go for him. So let's approach to sign. It might be better actually to make the bid. And as you can see, there's some big teams that have gone in for him. Arsenal, Liverpool, PSG, Dortmund, Bayern, Juventus have all gone in for Bilal Al-Cheek. So the realistic chance of us signing him is probably quite small, but we'll do it anyway. And we'll see what happens. Now, Pione Sister, no, to my knowledge, he has a release clause, but I'm not too sure if that affects this game. And unfortunately, because I haven't scouted him yet, and it's hard to get because the scouting won't go through, I don't know if we can sign him with a release clause. So we'll just go for a loan at the moment. They're likely to either reject it or he'll reject it in the future. But we have to offer Bilal Al-Cheek a lot of money because he's going to be at a big club if he doesn't sign for us. So they'll be competing themselves anyway. So the type of money that we're going to have to offer will be a little bit higher than normal. But let's hope that he accepts the deal. But the likelihood is probably quite slim. James Chester, the centre-back, has joined FoxInTheBox FM. And Andrija Zivkovic could be our first right-sided midfielder other than Pione Sisto. So if we can get Zivkovic, you may remember him from my FM 2014 Man United save. And he was sort of trying to break into the first team. So if we can get players like Zivkovic over the line, I'm guessing he'll be a little bit more expensive. Obviously, you used to be able to sign him on a free, on an approach to sign, but not anymore. And as you can see, he's a little bit more expensive than I'd like to pay, but we're going to try and get that over the line and just get as many players over the line as possible. So I think that's going to sum up the first episode. In future episodes, we'll be speaking to the guys at the end on Skype and just sort of get a review of how they think they're doing, how they think their teams are starting to build, what tactics they might be playing. There may be some little teasers or little slips as to what they're doing throughout the season. I don't want to give too much away to those guys. Obviously, they'll see this in the type of players I'm going for, and I'll see their episodes as well. Make sure to check out their guys' channels and their perspectives of this save. As I said, there is the 4 of us. It's FoxInTheBox FM, CompletelyChaz FM, and JustAnotherGuyHD. Their links will be in the description. Make sure you check them out. Make sure you subscribe to them to get their saves obviously coming through on your your timeline, your YouTube timeline or whatever. And yeah, make sure you subscribe to them. Make sure you feel free to subscribe to this channel if you've enjoyed the episode. This should be an amazing series, probably the biggest thing that's happened to this channel so far. Getting involved with the other three guys has been a great opportunity, so they're great to work with so far as well, so it should be really, really good, really, really entertaining. Don't forget to leave some suggestions of players that you think I should sign, staff that you think I should sign as well. I won't go into too much detail about the staff, but like I said, in the future I will show you the staff that we signed, and we'll just do a quick recap and summary. The episodes are likely to be going up on Saturdays between sort of 12 and 3 o'clock. They will all be going up at the same time, so keep your eyes peeled for all episodes. And like I said, subscribe to the other guys, subscribe to the FM Campbell channel. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys soon. Cheers.